Hello everyone and welcome back to another deathmatch game. This is going to be Best Archer Civilization. The players were allowed to pick any civilization that classifies as an archer civilization, and they're only allowed to make archers, trebuchets, and bombard cannons. Rams are not allowed, skirmishers are not allowed, any other unit is not allowed. So those are the three units you're allowed to make, and let's see the players and their civilizations. I'm going to turn down the scroll speed just a little bit here. So we have Ornlu playing as the Ethiopians. The Ethiopians have faster attack on their archers. We have Stone Cold playing as the Britons, which have extra range on their archers, as well as the unique tech for their trebuchets. They, however, don't get siege ram. Well, there won't be any rams anyway, so that doesn't matter. Wormy playing as the Britons. J-Red playing as the Vietnamese, extra HP on their archers and access to the rattan archer. Bombardier, access to their whatchamacallits, their plumed archer, and also all their archers will be discounted, not to mention obsidian arrows, which I don't know if that matters. The Italians get extra armor on their archers and access to the Genoese crossbowmen. And yeah, and also cheaper bombard cannons, which could be relevant. So those are your civilizations here. We're going to see players go up with their archer ranges right away, I assume. Archer range Castle up for Stone Cold. Archer range up for Wormy. Jared going with Archer Range of Castles. So Archer Range of Castles for most of the players, they're going for early rushes already. Jared's going to try to rush a little bit, but he's going to get mauled down completely. John Black is completely safe by himself. He's just going to build some castles on his own, a few town centers. And luckily he's not going to get rushed down. Player up with the Archer Ranges, a few siege workshops. It looks like in the direction of Gray, though. This unexplored map, so they can figure out where players' opponents are. And it looks like Wormy's going to have a significant army go into Stone Cold's base. So an extra bonus for the Britons, extra attack on their keeps. That's pretty nice. Thanks for all the auto-host guys. John Black saying no special units. No, you can do special units. That's fine. As long as it's an archer. Be simple, really. Looks like Jared has a significant army advantage over Bombardier. However, no trebuchets out yet, so it's going to be a little bit hard to push. Over on this side, only one of these Britons players is going to come out on top, which is unfortunate. I think the Britons are the funnest civilization to watch in this matchup. And Wormy's just going to overwhelm Stone Cold. Stone Cold, not enough army at this point. He really needs to step up production. And just going to town on Stone Cold. Stone Cold in a very bad position, able to run away with a few villagers and build towards the middle of the map. Over in the south, Bombard Tower coming up from Jared. No trebuchets out yet. Haven't seen a single trebuchet out this game yet. No Bombard Cannon as well. And just archers at the time being. Did I see the Obsidian Arrow game? No, I have not. I haven't seen that research yet. Waiting for the first siege to be out. Still don't see any siege workshops. Where are the siege workshops? No siege workshops from Bombardier. No siege workshops from J-Red. You in the back for player. Don't do it, Wormy. It's treason. There we go. There we go. A little bit of siege. That makes it a little interesting. Like to see the bombard cannon shots. Obviously need the trebuchets to take out buildings. Looks like Stone Cold's base has been completely gutted, but what he doesn't know is that Stone Cold is building towards the top. And he should be a little bit safe there, as no player has noticed him quite yet. Trebuchet out for Jared. Jared's currently the top scorer right now. He's 1800 level on Deathmatch. So he's a little bit skilled here. However, Bombardier is building in the back. These arbalists are nice and cheap for him. And he wishes he had a little more plumed archers in there. The rattan archer is going to be such a strong unit in this matchup. 6+4 armor. I think for that reason the Vietnamese might come out on top in this matchup, just because of that unique unit. All right, we see some of these cheap Italian bombard cannons, 20% cheaper if I'm not mistaken. And they're able just to wreak havoc throughout this army, getting out massive damage. So with that, it looks like player will be able to hold. He's got a huge line of bombard towers. It's going to take forever for Ornlu to get past that. However, Ornlu is pushing forward a little bit. He's got some of his own bombard cannons. They have a little bit more splash damage. Gonna want to target down the archers first. Looks like Wormy is caught on to what Stone Cold is doing. Stone Cold still doesn't have enough army to deal with Wormy, so he's gonna have to run again. It's just arrows flying everywhere for these players. Gosh. The Mayans don't get access to bombard cannons. It's a little bit of a disadvantage for him. Why not Bombardier? Why not move your archers to the left? There's no reason not to do that. Instead, he's going to go on to John Black. John Black's gotten out some of his army, extra armor on his archers. It does make a big difference. So 6 attack, 10 attack with 5 armor. That's about half the attack they're actually able to do. And slowly, Orly is pushing through. Player without enough army. However, the bombard cannon is going to be extremely strong. Normally, they're pretty weak to cavalry or melee units or something like that, but those just simply don't exist in this matchup. So let's see what kind of damage these guys can do. Also going down for Bombardier. Why is Bombardier pushing onto John Black when he should be defending his own base? It makes no sense at all to me. There's so many bodies across the entire map. This is great. Wormy laughing. Why is he laughing? Looks like this castle of Ornlu finally got up. Good for him. Got up in front of all these archer ranges too. We'll be able to take out all these archer ranges. Nice map control for Ornlu. So as the void of Stone Cold is starting to get filled in by these other 2 players now. We haven't seen our first player technically come out. Stone Cold's not looking great. He needs to get an army out. Last time he moved, he focused on, he bult his town center first. What he needs to get is just military buildings to start building army, just hunkering down and spending some of those resources. Now, gold is running out quite quickly for these players. Let's go to Stone Cold's point of view. 7,000 still left for him. J-Red with the largest, probably army right now. He's got the largest score. Let's check his gold count. 4,000 from him, so he's still doing pretty okay. And still pushing forward. Bombardier is still stuck between these 2 players, and he's running under 2 castles. Oh my gosh. We're gonna lose a lot of archers. What is Bombardier doing? Just the army control, man. And these Rattans are just like rams, able to soak up so much air fire. Finally, Bombardier noticing, but he's lost most of his army. In the south, Wormy's going to take this hill, and he's going to push on top of this castle. This looks like too many archers, especially with that range, for Ornlu to deal with. We have the fastest firing archers in the game and the slowest firing archers in the game. Delete these walls, Teal. I don't know why Teal should listen to him. It looks like Teal's going to delete them anyway. It's saying no teaming. We're gonna have to see something to counteract these Rattan archers. The only counter that I've allowed these players is going to be trebuchets with the Warwolf technology for the Britons, or it's going to be bombard cannons. Unless a British player wants to use that range, but the Mayans have no real answer to these Rattan archers. Now, players did choose their civilization. They had their choice of civilization. If they chose the wrong civilization, it kind of is their fault. You have to think of these in the future. Think of how the game's going to shape out when you choose your civilization. Black saying that's cheating. What's cheating? I don't know what he thinks is cheating. The Rattan archer's cheating? Or he's getting double teamed. Now coming out with a few elite Genoese crossbowmen. They're really no different than an arbalest. They have 10 extra HP. That's something. 10 extra HP for one range. Your civilization. Italy probably not going to be the strongest choice, I think. It's because I'm gay. Ornlu's army is going to get completely decimated. Let's check back with Player. Player somehow has managed to survive. It looks like Ornlu is more distracted on the left side. He's going to send a small force on the right side, but I think that Player should be able to defend this. Player's trying to get up some of his economy as well. Where's Bombardier going? Bombardier's lost his entire base. He's taken some bad army engagements. He's made some bad decisions, attacking John while he's also at war. So he's going to go to the north and try to rebuild in the north. Hopefully no one notices him. Wormy, go away. Oh, Wormy's in the south. Yeah, he's building a ton of military buildings. Jared's going to defend with some bombard towers. And his huge army. It looks like Jared has finished cleaning up Bombabir, and now he's going to set his attention to the south. These are the two highest score leaders in this game by far. So most likely one of these guys will win the game. So it's good for these guys to focus on each other. And Jared's going to take that first step. Start taking out some of the production of Wormy. Wormy's saying, okay, he knows what's going on. He's yet to react. And in the south, oh, just big mass murder. Wormy's going to try to retake this hill. He doesn't have the army numbers. These trebuchets are British trebuchets. They have the Warwolf technology. They essentially act like bombard cannons, probably even better. Although less mobile. You're going to be able to take down the bomber cannon super easy. There you go, 2 for 1. Didn't even have to hit them. Yeah, that's correct. There's a great need for gold in this game. So all these gold piles are absolutely critical. Jared able to take this gold. That is so important for him in supplying his army. Everything that you make in this game will have to require gold in one way or another. Some of these players don't have markets, which they really should have markets. That's such a huge key to the game to get as much gold as possible. It looks like Wormy's having a little bit of trouble massing up an army to deal with this. Now, Wormy's fighting in the south against Ornlo too, so Wormy's going to get the 2 versus 1 now. Going to be up to Ornlo to get some great bombard cannon shots here to hold off the huge wave here. No more bombard cannons for him. However, hopefully Jared can help bail him out as Jared's pushing in the north. And Uller should just retreat and wait for now. No luck for Stone Cold. Stone Cold's still trying to rebuild. Still trying to grab a space, his own territory, if you will. John Black hasn't been fully defeated. Bombabir is still trying to hang in there. Going to take some massive bombard cannon shots, though. Oh my gosh. That's absolutely huge. All of the arbalests going down. And now 3 castles could possibly be next. No army coming out from Bombabir. I think it might be time for Bombabir to throw in the towel. And Bombabir is going to resign right there. I think it's a good choice to resign. No way he's getting back into that game. Good game from Bombabir. First player out going to be the Mayans. So no more Mayans in this matchup. Still, Wormy continues to push through, and Jared continues to push through in the north. There's a relic there that could be very valuable later on. Can't stop the Zug, what? Wormy clearly doesn't have enough army to stop this here. I kind of wonder why he's still making arbalists. He should focus more heavily on longbowmen. They are the stronger unit here, and it especially makes a big difference with units that have such high armor. The 10 attack, 7... Actually, it doesn't make any difference. This is 1 attack per longbowman bolt. So basically no damage. The key is going to be these trebuchets to take out the majority of the archers. And as you can see, quite effective, especially if you have 1 attack each one of these rattan archers. It'll make it a lot more effective. But that takes a lot of micro, obviously, out of these players. Especially if they're grouped up, that's going to be a nice shot. Almost. I just really want to see the big trebuchet shot. It's going to kill all of the archers at the same time. This is going to be a good one. No, or not. You got to spread them out a little more. It might be overestimating this technology a little bit. In the south, Wormy is forced to pull back. Of course, he needs to defend in the north. So this gives Ornlu some time to boom up. Most of the stone will probably be sold off. I'm going to go over to Ornlu's point of view, see if he's doing that. There you go. Here's the sell prices. Everything is sold out now, as players don't have any more gold, except for what they have to mine. Bombabir is saying that sucked. I was counting on obsidian arrows. Unique tech doesn't apply to deathmatch as it seems. OP in this matchup. Yeah, the Rattan Arch is very strong. And certainly you're going to have to use one of the siege options to actually deal with the Rattan Archer. Yeah, Jared definitely in the driver's seat this matchup. Warby's only going downhill from here, I feel. He needs some other big engagement to happen. Obviously, no one's going to attack Jared right now. Bombardir's out. Stone Cold looks pretty out. John Black looks just content to sit where he is. If anything, might be attacking a player. And as it stands right now, Wormy will probably be the next player to go out. British player. Two more trebuchets firing. Oh, that could be the money! Oh my gosh, that was great! It's shots like that Wormy needs to even think about staying in this game. Unfortunately, the trebuchets don't auto-fire. You could have moved back. I feel like it's a little mistake. You could have kept them there. I got some more damage off. Finally, we have the war taking place in the east. It's Player versus John Black. Both of their scores are basically identical. And they have identical civilizations. Nice micro from Player, taking out both bombard cannons. Looks like army count is just about even. Let's take a quick overview of their bases. A lot of castles for John Black. For Player doesn't look to be as well developed. John Black has more space as well. I like the way his map is looking. He's taking more gold. So he should have more resources in the bank. However, he's going to lose a big engagement, which should offset him a little bit. Let's take a look at John Black's resources. 1,000 gold in the bank. Not too bad. Take a look at Player's resources. 500 in the bank. Not as good. Nice bombard cannon shot there, though. And I think we might be getting pretty soon for where Wormy should throw in the towel. What he could hope for is hoping for another player to attack Ornlu or Jared. However, we know, as a spectator, that's not going to happen. There's no one even around in that area. And Ornlu's starting to consolidate his forces as well to make a large attack. Nice expansion from Jared. Taking over as much of the map as possible. Again, those relics might be very important. There's 2 under the control of J-Red. Down goes the castle. Just this large group of longbowmen to be taken care of. That'll be basically it. I wonder if he's going to take this engagement. The longbowmen are kind of on a hill, I think. They might be able to do a little extra damage. And this should be a good engagement for Wormy. I don't know if J-Red has enough to take this right now. He's just standing still right now, not really attacking. And switching in a few Arbalests. I don't understand why you would add Arbalests if you have the Rattan Archer. It's just such a stronger unit. It's Fierce Armor. Pretty ridiculous. Finally, Player's going to push back now, though. Going to have to go slowly, though. There's plenty of defenses for John Black. Ornlu's going to secure some extra resources. This is huge. Extra stone, extra gold. Stone Cold, you're basically defeated anyway, but thank you for playing. You had a rough start to the game. Didn't get any easier. Back in the north, still a huge group of longbowmen from Wormy. I'd like to see a few bombard cannons from J-Red. It should really help with some good micro. Tan Arch is going to be blocked by the sheep, of course, and go around a long way. That gold's very valuable. This gold, too, that's a ton of gold left. Hard to underestimate how important that is. Let's check in the north, where, now, Bombardier does have a market. You're able to trade with that market. Oh my, look at that. Huge gold for J-Red. John Black's sharing it with J-Red, though? Makes a little sense. So it's golds like this that could win you the game. Any other big golds in the map? There's still tons of gold in the middle of the map, so we're not at that stage where gold is out, as long as you are currently expanding your empire. For a player like Wormy's probably completely out at this point. 3 castles on the bottom. And Wormy just still hanging in there. Britain's Treb's greater than everything else. That's a response to saying that the Rattan Archer was the most OP unit in this matchup. It was a pretty good shot. I do like that splash damage. You can see really getting more longbow than they normally get. A bit of a poor patrol from Ornlu. Trying to mine it here, but the Rattan Archers are just way too powerful for John Black to deal with without any of his Italian bombard cannons. Players starting to look pretty strong as well. And John Black's starting to cower into the corner as he's going to get cut off by all these Rattan Archers. I think we might be down to our last three players. Is that your army? He's asking John Black. Those few villagers. I was wondering where that bombard cannon was coming from. This is his army up here. He's going to try to hold on. Alright, so let's see where... Okay, of course, Wormy's just going to go north now and attack J-Red. J-Red, you better finish off John Black soon. And this could be a catastrophic fight for J-Red if he loses his entire army right as Wormy's about to attack him. Now, he should fare well in this fight. How well, I don't know. How many Rattan Archers will he actually lose? 3 bombard cannons just able to fire in the back. The answer is not that many Rattan Archers. There's only quite a few going down. And that's going to be it for John Black. Hopefully for J-Red, he just resigns right there. And he doesn't have to worry about cleaning up anything. To delay, Wormy's going to try to build some of these fortified walls. J-Red's going to try to clean some of this up before he decides to move in. This is going to be the one big battle that shapes the game. Players going to move in across the map as well. Let's see what he has to say. This is the biggest battle of the game. So without that range advantage, the Rattans still do shred through the longbow, and you have to keep the longbowman as back as possible. This looks impossible to deal with, though. 20 bombard cannons. This is going to be a huge loss for J-Red. And goes another bit of J-Red's army. Where's the rest of J-Red's army? Army's getting pretty dangerously low. Oh, there we go. Decent map here. And this might be the end of J-Red if he loses this next engagement here. You see a little more micromanagement from J-Red. Wormy pushing through now. Got to redeploy his trebuchets, take down some of these bombard towers. Looking worse and worse for Wormy though. Now those John Black finally wants to do something. He's got 3 villagers. Gonna micro the hell out of them as he tries to take down his bombard cannons. These are the last 3 villagers of John Black, by the way. Last 2 villagers from John Black, one of which is on 1 HP. This really is a deadly combination. I think that... Oh man. It's hard to argue against a unit that has 6 base pierce armor, but this combination of longbow and the trebuchet seems basically unbeatable in this matchup, I think. I don't know. A little bit of mistake not to use these trebuchets. Don't use them right now. You gotta win this fight. On Wormy, try to use these almost under the minimum range. Try to get under the minimum range of the trebuchet. I've literally never seen that before. And by far, Wormy's going to win that fight with minimal casualties. He did lose the 2 trebuchets, but lost a minimum number of archers. Jared finally going to call in GG with that last loss of his army. And down he goes. He can't survive the 2 versus 1, unfortunately. Jared did the best he could. But for whatever reason, he got the 2 versus 1, and now it's down to a 1 versus 1. John Black's officially resigned as well. There we go. Down to the 1 versus 1. We're left with the Britons and the Italians now. Britons were, of course, a strong favorite. However, with the great bombard cannon micro throughout this game, player was able to, you know, excel to the final 2, but that's all for nothing as he lost 10 bombard cannons to the longbows of Wormy. And not surprisingly, I think we'll crown the Britons as the champions of the Archer civilizations. At least Archer and Archer. With a good run-up from the Vietnamese, I think. Honorable mention to the Italians. There's really no way that this army could even compete. The biggest strength of player's army was those bombard cannons, and he just lost all of them out of position. I don't see a way player could possibly win this against longbowmen. He's going to massive all of his arbalists, though. He's going to try to take the best engagement possible. I think it's just time just to take one big engagement and to end it. This might be that engagement. Player's going to move in, going to try his best. We actually have 2 trebuchets set up now, though. And Wormy's going to win that engagement. I think that's going to be it. I don't see any more army from player coming out, and GG. Wormy's going to be the victor. The Britons player is going to be the top archer civilization in this particular matchup. Finally, Wormy picking up some of that gold as well. And I hope you enjoyed this game. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.